Hello, this is Crypto Neptune, and I'm on to answer the question: do people still believe in PDAI, and do people still believe PDAI can be pegged to a dollar? Now, remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and you should always do your own research. And thank you to those who like my videos, those who leave comments, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, I ask that you hit that subscribe button as it'll greatly help me out. So, what are we looking at with PDAI? At the time of this old previous PDAI video titled PDAI, the New Gold Rush, PDAI to a Dollar, and I recorded that video October 4th. At the time of that video, there were 113,184 addresses that held PDAI. So there was a nice amount of addresses that held PDAI, but the question is, did the narrative shift? Are there less holders of PDAI? So let's dive into that and look further. And looking kind of at the current status of holders with PDAI, is currently close to 300,000 now. Again, so a little over a month and some days, almost 300,000 addresses hold PDAI. So right now it's 297,510 addresses that hold PDAI. And that leads me to believe that people believe in the narrative, they believe in PDAI, they believe it's going to be pegged to a dollar. But let's dig a little bit further to see if we see any more metrics to kind of paint a picture. So looking at PDAI and it's kind of its chart, right now it's sitting at a $9.4 million market cap. So that's kind of been down from its previous high, but up 8.25% over the last 24 hours, right? Buy volume is kind of picked up. It's 30K versus 26K in sales, right? And I wanted to check buys and sales over $500. So, as you can see, somebody bought $864 worth of PDAI, so roughly over 1.9 million, right? Somebody bought $578.17 worth of PDAI, so again, another million. So they're pretty much betting on, hey, if I can scoop up a million at these rock bottom prices, it could pay off in the long run, right? So, there's some sales, 1,296, right? So somebody sold 2.9 million PDAI. But, kind of looking a couple of days ago, here somebody bought 3,185 worth. Somebody else bought 3,111. So $3,111 worth of PDAI, which is 7.4 million, right? So for me, seeing these numbers, right, and kind of seeing the confidence, and this was yesterday on Thanksgiving, right? So yesterday, somebody bought 9.2 million. So these are some nice heavy buys. And a lot of people, again, they're believing in the narrative of what could happen in this Richard Hart ecosystem. So if we go and look at the chart, let's kind of expand this out, 3 months. Yeah, so expanding this out 3 months, you can kind of see, right up around here, all-time high was right around 20s, 2838, somewhere around there. That was the all-time high of PDAI, and that was really when a tropo was pumping like up to 2 cents, right? So kind of as a tropo goes and kind of pulls the market, everything else kind of goes along with it. Now, since then, PDAI has retraced back, right? So it kind of bottomed out way down here at 302806, right? Now, not financial advice, could be an opportunity to do some dollar cost averaging in, especially again with that narrative of PDAI going back up to a dollar, right? So for me, I definitely plan to do that, do some DCing in at these kind of rock bottom prices and scooping up some more PDAI to kind of see what happens, right? But that's kind of neat to see kind of what's going on with the charts, and you never want to buy the top with any project. If it's something that you believe in, you believe in the narrative of kind of what is going on with the PDAI and the post chain ecosystem as a whole, you want to be buying in at the lowest possible price points and not at the top. So, you know, for me, that's confirmation that the narrative is still there. People still believe in PDAI being pegged to a dollar. They still believe in PDAI as the amount of holders just continues to grow, which is impressive. So, like again, I anticipate like over the next week and a half, this will pump over to 300K, and that'll be a nice milestone for the PDAI community. Now, has the chatter been like a whole bunch of PDAI talk here recently over the last week? I haven't seen that, more so on X, but behind the scenes, people within the post chain community are still believing in the narrative. They're still going in and buying PDAI, a nice chunks of PDAI, and kind of silently scooping it up, right? And with PDAI, there is a place here we're going over to the post strip garden, in which you can earn some additional PDAI. Now, you can stake some PDAI and earn 1.5% per day. Currently in the post strip garden, the TVL is roughly 136 million PDAI is staked into this contract, right? So for me, I currently have 20,021 PDAI staked in here, and I'm earning 461 per day, right? So, pretty much the way it works is for every three compounds, you get one claim opportunity. And for me, I've just been kind of stacking my claims because I'm not ready to claim this bag yet. But over time, during the bull run, I'll be claiming out daily rewards and just kind of adding to my PDAI bag as well. So essentially, all you would need to do is, again, risk capital only. I just have like a portion of my PDAI staked in there. I don't have all my PDAI staked in there, but risk capital only. All you would need to do is come over to the team tab, add my buddy address, hit change, and I will leave my buddy address in the YouTube description. And again, this is all done on postdrip.io, right? So you go to the team tab within here, click my buddy address, hit change, right? Do that. And then you come over to the garden and you proceed to, stake whatever asset that you want to stake, right? So you would, for example, go here, hit approve, and then approve the contract, and then it'll stake whatever amount you want. Now, again, risk capital only. Me, I just have like a portion of mine in there. I don't have all of it in there, but you do you. But it's 1.5% per day. And make sure you go over to the documentation and read up on the post strip garden so you understand kind of the mechanics behind it. The three compounds versus the one claim aspect before you can start claiming out rewards. That's kind of how it works, right? Because once you stake into this contract, it's permanently locked, and you have to go by the three compounds and one claim strategy. And but you do have the ability to stake up your claims over time with equals to X amount of rewards and kind of pull those out, if that makes sense, right? And for my post trip team, I'm going to send them an airdrop. So let me do that on camera. Let me see if let me find the participants. Yep, there's the addresses there. So I'm just going to send off an airdrop to the team. Kind of get that going. But yeah, that was essentially it, right? I wanted to get on and talk about PDAI. It looks like the PDAI community is holding strong. People still believe in the narrative. People are still silently scooping up PDAI, adding to their position, and looking after that narrative in which Richard Hart was talking about, as far as getting it kind of pegged to $1, if that makes sense. So definitely exciting times are ahead. And let's quickly look at Postrip's price. Looks like it's $25.86. And the H2O price here is 24 cents. And those of you who are not familiar with Postrip, it is an ROI DApp in which you earn 1% per day on your Postrip in the Postrip token. And then H2O, it is a bond app in which you have the potential to earn up to 200% on your bond, right? And Garden TVL looks like that's holding strong at 875K. So that's a strong number. The amount of people that hold post-strip faucets continues to increase. So that's kind of impressive to see. And then real quickly looking at my bonds. My bonds, looking pretty good. This number should tick up later on today to 0.80%, but it ticks up 0.1% daily, right? So the rest of my H2O, I'm just going to let that build up until it gets to that 200%. I've already taken out my initial, which was 1,263. So we'll just kind of play it from there. And right now, at the time of this video, I currently have $21.39 worth of USD or H2O that I could claim out and use for whatever I want to. But I'm not, because I want this to build up. I want these tokens to build up with this bond. So it's definitely a cool vehicle with, far as ROI dApps, within this suite of financial services. So that's pretty much it on PDAI and Postrip. Thanks for listening, and thanks for stopping by.